What's going on? What's new in Agnostic Front camp at the moment? Probably get any plans for a new album?
Well, basically, we're writing a new record right now, so I guess that's pretty much the newest thing on the front with us. We're just demoing on the road now and then preparing a record so we can keep continuing to tour and come back and play for people who come love to see us. So
yeah, we're writing a new record for Nuclear Blast, our label, and it should be a lot of fun. We're writing right now. That's when you came in. We were doing a song.
I got a guitar in my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guitar.
His guitar.
And I
Ask him where he was before he just came down here.
I was sleeping, but that guitar's got a lot of songs in it.
Yeah, it's plays by itself.
Yeah, I can just songs come right out of you.
That's right.
Magically.
That's Vinny Stigma. Vinny Stigma's guitar.
And what's the title of the album?
Which tentatively is called My Way.
What's it going to be about? I mean, is there any concept behind it? I mean,
Well, the same concepts. You know, we speak about social injustice, oppression, social politics.
Yeah, well, freedoms, self,
Stuff that happens on us on a day-to-day basis. You know, we just talk about our life here in the hardcore.
Self-empowerment, positive attitude.
Walking on coal,
Yeah, skydiving.
bullfighting,
Walker.
bullfighting,
Bullfighter.
chronic masturbation, all kinds of stuff.
Windbag.
usually.
Yeah.
Okay, from your point of view, has hardcore changed through the years since the beginning of your career?
I mean, has it changed? Yeah, it changed from something small and personal. It used to be just us, me, Vinny, and a couple guys, and it expanded to something that's a worldwide, which is really cool because we had no idea. We thought what we were doing was just something we kept in New York, and all of a sudden the world feels like we feel, and it's a cool thing. So yeah, it's changed, it's grown, but in the same way, it's positive. It's good,
Is there anywhere on earth hardcore except New York, from your point of view? Do you like any hardcore bands, European or?
of course.
Oh, of course.
There's bands all over the world that we love, I mean, like
Holland, there's Discipline. New York, Madball, Tokyo, there's Aggressive Dogs and Slang and Sapporo, and
California's Terror.
Boston, Death Before Dishonor.
Bands all over.
These are all our friends. And
What was the name of that from St. Petersburg? That band
the last round by round.
Second round.
Second Round, another great band from St. Petersburg. Second
How do you
round.
know them?
We met them through here, through music. We became our friends. When we first came here, they were at our shows. We saw them in other places in Europe. We talked to them. They started playing shows with us, and that's how it all happens. We become
Igor,
friends.
Very nice guy. Good friend of mine, and they got a new album out. It's really good.
Okay. What has happened for you between 92 and 97, and whose idea was it? How did you come up with the idea to, of rebirth of Agnostic Front?
Well, between 92 and 90, I won't say 97. I'll say 92 and 96, I think it was. I just went to school. I wanted to finish my studies. I worked for Harley Davidson. I wanted to just finish my studies. While I was doing that, Vinny and the rest of the guys were doing Madball. All the rest of the guys that were in Agnostic Front, Will Shepler, Matt Henderson, Craig Satari. Craig didn't do Madball,
Yeah,
no.
but don't forget, now we're talking almost 28 years of Agnostic Front. We have children, we have family, who born, who died, It's a life we live here.
Yeah, we never left it. We just took a little break. We
Yeah.
never said it's over.
Yeah, right. It was never over. It's never over.
Or it wasn't rebirth?
It's
Yeah, it
over
was just
when-
a permanent break to tend to our families
Yeah.
and other things that we needed to.
But we were always active anyway.
I broke my back during that period.
Yeah, he
Never
broke
did it
his back. He couldn't walk, the guy.
at a Madball show.
Yeah, and I had a tattoo parlor, New York Hardcore Tattoos. I do that. I'm always involved with hardcore,
Roger has a daughter who's now 20.
Two daughters.
Well, I'm talking about at that time, you were saying.
But at that time, she was 5 years old, and I needed to spend time with her.
Yeah. Then I have
maybe
a son
7.
now.
Yeah.
He's 15, big.
And the rest of the guys were doing Madball. All the rest of the guys that were in Agnostic Front, Will Shepler, Matt Henderson, Craig Satari. Well, the Craig didn't do Madball,
Yeah,
no.
but don't forget, now, we're talking almost 28 years of Agnostic Front. We have children, we have family, who born, who died, you know? It's a life we live here.
Yeah, we never left it. We just took a little break. We
Yeah.
never said it's over.
Yeah, right. It was never over. It's never over.
It wasn't over.
It's
Yeah, it
over
was just
when-
a permanent break to tend to our families
Yeah.
and other things that we needed to.
But we were always active anyway. You
That's
know?
I broke my back during that period.
Yeah, he
Never
broke
did it
his back. He couldn't walk, the guy.
at a Madball show.
Yeah, and I had a tattoo parlor, New York Hardcore Tattoos. I do that. I'm always involved with hardcore, you know.
Roger has a daughter, who's now 20.
Two daughters.
Well, I'm talking about at that time, you were saying.
But at that time, she was 5 years old, and I needed to spend time with her.
Yeah. Then I
Or
have
maybe
a son
7.
now.
Yeah.
He's 15, big, strong.
A musician as well. No? And a musician as well.
He's a
No.
bodyguard
Yeah, he's my
he's his
bodyguard.
bodyguard. Big.
Yeah.
Okay. You have had a lot of musicians in the band through the years. What is the main criteria to be in the band?
Friends.
guy.
You
Friend.
gotta be crazy.
Look,
Yeah.
You gotta be absolutely insane.
I mean, the truth is, why we've had a lot of people in the band and why they left is because this is a hard life. You know, there's no giant money rewards, and people have families to take care of. I mean, it's just tough, and you're always going on the road, and sometimes you want to be with your wife or your family, and it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
This is a really hard
We
life.
spent Easter Sunday in St.
Yeah.
Petersburg. And
We have
spent
children.
Our birthdays on the road, and my son's birthday I miss, you know, and I got to go home and make it up, and you know, it's
There's a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think anybody, maybe one person was thrown out of the band. Like
Yeah.
we say, okay, you can not in the band. Everybody had to leave because of
life.
life. That's all. Maybe 2. Now that I remember.
Well, whatever.
Anyway,
And probably a stupid question. Do you guys elect, or you think your voices will be ignored anyway?
What?
I mean, vote.
Elect? Yeah, for the vote.
Vote.
What's
Yeah.
loud?
Do we vote? Yeah, we vote. We vote.
Probably.
We vote, and yes, we think we vote, and yes, we think our vote is a waste of time. To answer your question, yes, because we don't know really the truth. You know, the way the voting happens is just so weird. Like it's by a certain like states get more votes than other states. I mean, why don't just the people? The people say yes or no. That's it. 20 million people, whatever. If 15 million people voted for this person, that's good enough. Why do you have to? You know, you break it by state. It's a weird system, but yes, we do vote.
Electoral system,
Yeah.
they call it.
Do you miss 80s and hardcore 80s? Do you miss 80s?
Do I miss the 80s?
Yes.
I don't. You know what? Those were great times.
CBGB times.
Those are
Yeah.
great times. They were dangerous times, and we lived through it, and we love it. Of course, it's in our minds, and you know. But I mean, today is today. You know, you can't live off the past. You know, you have to move forward and make new friends and keep doing what we're doing. You know,
What danger do you mean?
I mean, New York City was not the same in 1980 than it is right now in 2010.
Safer?
Absolutely safer.
Yeah.
The element of danger in the street is not there anymore. The Lower East Side doesn't have the gangs. It doesn't have the shooting galleries. 42nd Street does not have the prostitutes. Doesn't have the all the drugs on the streets. It's safer now, which is okay. I mean, I'm raising children myself, and I prefer it. Those elements of danger is a risk we took, but we did it for our friends. We stuck together. We had a family. We said we're going to protect each other, and that's how we started this whole hardcore thing.
Will there any friends of yours to participate on the upcoming album? I mean, like Bill Milano? Or?
We don't know that yet.
We don't know that. We're not there yet. We're still demoing.
Yeah. It's very fresh, very new.
Yeah, Freddie will probably produce it. Freddie from Mambo
Yeah.
will probably produce the record.
I mean, we let our friends hear songs, and
Do backup vocals. or
yeah,
whatever,
and if there's anything that someone has to say that I can accept critical. What do you call that?
criticism.
Constructive criticism. I would actually prefer if my friend would say, "Hey, I don't know about this," and him to say, "Yeah, it's good," and he's really lying to me.
Yeah. Nah,
So I mean,
yeah.
I think we're doing the good thing keep it between us, and if we do have if anybody decides to work something with us, it has to be a close friend, somebody that was in a band, or else forget it. I don't think it really works.
They got to be involved.
Yeah, in our life somehow.
Have you got any favorite songwriters lyrics-wise? Not only in hardcore, but
The Who is one of the greatest bands of all time when it comes to lyrics. They wrote great lyrics that spoke to me as a child when I was a little kid before I even got into what I got into. The Who has always been a great band speaking for the people, and I love them forever for that. You know, then other bands like the Clash and the Pistols and the Ramones, but the Who to me were the ones that paved that really big. Meet the New Boss, same as the old boss.
Yeah.
Here we are, 2010. Meet the New Boss, same as the old boss. See, things never change.
Yeah.
1969, that album came out.
Huh?
70,
I don't know the exact year. But
69 or 70. Who's next? I mean, like, and now 2010, 40 years later, it's the same shit.
good chord structure, good lyrics. You know?
Great playing, destroying the instruments. You know, aggression, like really getting you to feel like,
The
you know.
street kids.
Yeah, they also came from the streets.
and they still are.
They're
Like,
great.
The same.
I think. You know,
Do you
huh?
like their latest album?
I
Do,
can't hear.
do we like the latest album? I mean, they went out to do separate things on their own. They wanted to do solo things on their own.
They wrote a lot of music. It's enough. They did, you know. And then music times change, so you know you got to move on.
Even
They're the dinosaurs of
performance-wise,
rock.
look at Pete Townsend. I mean, the way bands jump around and go off on stage.
If it wasn't for Pete Townsend, they wouldn't do that. Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey is one of my major influences with the swinging the mic. And, you know, I love that. And he was doing that in the 60s, you know, and Pete Townsend smashing things, jumping up in the air with his guitar. Come on, man. You know, who else could you give credit like that to?
Okay, among
Jimi Hendrix.
modern
He didn't jump up and
I know,
down.
but they had to do it. Too,
Do
so.
you like something in the modern scene? I mean, that kind of new metal and stuff.
I mean, look, I like a lot of bands, but when it comes to me listening to stuff, I prefer listening to the old stuff. Some of the more modern bands that I do like, I love Hatebreed, but they're not really modern. They've been our friends for many, many years, but people consider them as more of a little bit more modern. And we got like Death Before Dishonor, you know, there's a lot of these bands, even I'm talking about, Death Before Dishonor's been around since 2001. You know, they're already hitting their 10-year peak. You know, so I mean, what do you mean by modern? Like a new band? It's kind of hard sometimes to
break out a bit. Hard for a band to break out.
or to do something that's really like shocking in our days. If the Sex Pistols were a band today, it wouldn't make half the impact they made in '76. Maybe not even a quarter of the impact, because it would be like, it's just a stupid punk rock band with spike hair and saying, you know, anarchy. You see, things change. So it's a matter of time and placement, and it's just how things. That's why with us, with our first song, Victim in Pain, and like how we started doing things, it was a matter of era, time, placement, being in at the right time, the right spot. So some of these bands that are playing whatever they're playing today, you know, the whole idea is to try to get that right magical spot and try to be the first at it and not try to copy everything else. That's what Hatebreed was like, really the first at it. You know what I mean? So it's a tough, being a musician is really tough today. It's tough to find a cool band name. It's tough to create something new.
So many
It's
bands-
very, 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 very tough. So it's a hard life. I mean, we started in 1980 and we are unique because of that, and there was only a few bands like us. But I mean, that's what holds us together. You know what I'm saying? We kept it. But if Agnostic Front was a brand new band right now, like, I don't know, it'd be harder. You know?
Will you record a new album with the same lineup?
That you see here, yes.
You'll be a different drummer. We have a new drummer now.
We have Pokey from
That'll be
Leeway.
different, you know.
Great. I'm afraid our time is running out. Could you please wish something to One Rock TV?
One Rock TV? One Rock TV?
Keep rocking.
Yes, One Rock TV.
All right, this is Roger,
I'm Vinny Stigma.
Mike Gallo.
and you're listening to One Rock TV.
You're watching.
And you're watching.
Back of that guitar.
You're gonna say this, whatever you said you were gonna say.
Oh, yeah, all right, okay. All right. I know.
All right, this is Roger,
And I'm Vinny Stigma.
Mike Gallo.
and you're watching One Rock TV.
Keep rocking.
I'll call in.
Oh, we're Agnostic Front. Hello, this is Roger.
I'm Vinny Stigma.
Mike Gallo.
We're Agnostic Front, and you're watching One Rock TV.
Keep rocking.